So then we are back with more understanding from the time of the Second Tabernacle services, where we find in the Aramaic English translation of the word. This translation comes from the original manuscripts of the prophets of the Israelic lineage. So then we can understand the time of the end as per Yirmiyahu the prophet. Then we find a layer of understanding of the 61st chapter, where then the cities of the Messiah laid waste for many centuries return, and then also the governments transitioning themselves, and then understanding the trade of the end. Then we must evaluate what some countries are then labeling as socialist systems, and then making sure they understand the importance of the Chinese system. If you buy products from China, then you consider yourself then a socialist. So let's make sure we understand the importance of work, and importance also of understanding the old ways of the work. Taking the time and do a great job, but then for some nations, then labeling some people being socialists, so then you have to evaluate how much your economy then purchases products from China. So what is the idea behind? The idea is the Chinese system must become then worldwide. As far as other countries, they can do whatsoever system they want. But the only situation is because it's becoming then online, and then the people are not bound anymore by a government, but yet how they spend, how they invest their money, then we understand the importance of then freighting, and then the proper adjustments the government should make in their own countries, so then they can evaluate their ports, their airports, because the volume of parcels are going to increase. Now let me ask you this. You have politicians in your countries. Some of those people were never related with industry. They don't understand how to set up a package. Do you think they understand what it takes in the future? So then obviously you find the retailers already complaining for not having enough people buying products. We are becoming then people of online purchases. The Messiah said then the freighters of the earth would be in charge, and then governments without people with knowledge in the government then trying to make decisions. It's ridiculous. We find then some of the realms giving pay raises for themselves, some vague explanations of the amount of plans then to reduce costs, but then they have double tongue. They talking in one way, they have to reduce costs, then the other way then they have a pay raise for themselves. How hypocrite. No wonder why then the system is becoming computerized, so these scoundrels then can start having at least some sort of understanding of how they should act as the new trade then is coming. Because some people, they were raised in realms and kingdoms, raised people with no knowledge of industry. And advisors, sometimes they can do so much, because the whole culture has become lazy. So the trade of the end requires then updating of ports, updating of ships, updating of their airports so they can receive more parcels, and then obviously lining up their taxation with then trade and freighting. It's what it takes, but then you find governments never involved with the regular people. How are they going to make plans? Then they resort to the same old deceits. Then people gorge themselves with pay raises, and then the others no jobs. So as we understand more of the instructions and what it takes to get the economy then lined up with freighters, so then taxation can be gathered. So then real plans of management of the resources can be done. Not only our advisors are taking the proper measures. What measures? While then people are taking pay raises for themselves. Quite interesting. Fun, huh? Wouldn't that be nice if every person would have the privilege of raising their own salaries? while doing nothing? Only sucking the system and having the best of everything and no plans. That's why the system is changing.